Did you know that once upon a time, Tallaght used to look like this and was one of the largest suppliers of potatoes for Tallaght? I'm Dennis Burke and today we're interviewing Donnie Anderson about his take on urban farming and how farms have been pushed out with urban sprawl.
You're coming up. Look, see the camera. Look at the camera. Shout at it. Go on. I'm Donnie Anderson and I'm farming here. I'm farming here for generations. I'm still doing it the old way. This place is Castle Kelly, Glenasmole. Glenasmole I think means the Glen of the Thrushes. As you can probably hear them there around. I'm just doing a bit of ploughing here now, getting ready to sow a few potatoes and things. The spring is very late this year because the weather has been so bad, as you know. So we're about a month late. They're doing everything. And as you can see in the background, there's no grass where there should be grass in April. There's not.
Is this the normal kind of work you'd be doing in April now?
We usually would have it nearly done again this time. With most of that would be done in April, March, maybe early in April.
And where would be your nearest mart around? And if you wanted to sell sheep or anything like that, where would you go?
Lessington, County Wicklow.
And would that be the only one now you could go to?
Yeah, more or less. It's about 15 kilometres away.
And how would you find the future of farming, especially in this area?
We have problems like with one of the biggest things with the problem with the urban pushing out is the worry of dogs attacking sheep. People not controlling their dogs in rural areas, things like that is one of the biggest problems. A bit of problem with litter as well. Other than that, it's much the same.
And would that be a big problem now with dogs coming after your sheep? Would that be a regular occurrence?
It's not as regular as it used to be, but it's still once is too often for it to happen.
And would you have other problems with vandalism or trespassing and things like that?
A certain amount of, it depends on the weather. If you get the weather very fine, you have a little bit of problem with trespass and vandalism as well.
Tallaght now is quite a large urban environment. Do you have any recollection or have heard about stories of when it wasn't like, it used to be a small farming village, I believe?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I remember it a good bit, but anyway.
Yeah?
Maybe I'm older than I look, or maybe I'm not, but I remember a good bit of it around the square, and that, where the square is now was farmland.
And what kind of farming would that have mainly been?
Good bit of tillage.
Yeah?
That had, where the IT is now, I remember the Dominicans growing potatoes around there.
You were mentioning to me earlier when we were talking that you've been here for quite a while. The farm's been like in your family for a while, has it? Yes, well,
one of the records that I don't know myself, I haven't read it, but on a book that a man, Dr. Little, wrote about Malachy Horton, he met a man around here that was speaking Irish, and that would have been in the sometime the mid 19th century, and he would have been my great grandfather.
Oh, very good.
Who was still a native Irish speaker at the time. So that's I'd say that's as far back as we can trace it anyway.
And has it always been in the same kind of farming here?
I think so. Would have been always, people grew their own vegetables, grew whatever they ate, and would have been more self-sufficient then than it is now.
And what would be your typical day on a farm then?
Well, for the last month or two it was lambing time for the sheep, so we were busy minding sheep and ewes, and the weather was very bad there. This was a particularly bad year for lambing, so it was hard to mind them, and with all the rain and snow, everything. But that's over now, so we're looking forward to getting planting and getting ready. Then we'll be going to the bog to cut a few turf.
And you enjoy your work?
It's good to be able to work when you plant things and see them growing. Sorry, it's good. Yeah, I think it's good when you see lambs growing and everything, and you're trying to improve everything as you go along.
We hope you got a good insight into urban farming in Tallaght. For more information on Donnie Anderson, go onto Facebook and check out Bohernabreena Tractor and Vintage Run 2013. I'm Dennis Burke. See you next time.